Van life means different things to different people. Ultimately, it's about the open road and living life on your own terms, be it full-time or just for the weekend. But what if you're not in a position to own a van? What if you don't need a van? Welcome to Van Life Matters, and in this video, we're not looking at a van.
Picture this, you roll up to your picturesque spot of choice in your everyday car. In the boot, you've got your sleeping bag, your campfire, and the ingredients for an ambitious camp stove meal. But you're not going to be sleeping in the car, and you're certainly not going to be sleeping on the ground. Why would you do that when you can sleep on your roof?
Roof tents have surged in popularity in recent years, and for good reason. Roof box tents, car top tents, roof rack tents, whatever you want to call them, these portable, foldable car tents are incredibly versatile. They offer comfort and convenience and breathtaking views. They take minutes to set up, and best of all, you can get them to fit virtually any vehicle. Does this one make me look small? This one is attached to an Isuzu D-Max Arctic Trucks AT35 Basecamp, which means it has a hardtop canopy over the rear load area to house this modular roller draw system, which features a fridge, a slide-out kitchen, 3-burner gas stove, 12-litre sink, and that's not to mention all of the hardcore steering and suspension upgrades and overlanding accessories bolted down and strapped onto it. This then is a hardcore adventure vehicle, engineered to handle some of the world's most challenging landscapes.
Roof tents are particularly popular in the overlanding scene thanks to their durability and versatility. They also do a great job at making any off-road vehicle look complete. But you don't have to have an off-road, you can fit these things to your everyday car. You can head to the office during the week with the roof tent tucked neatly away on top, ready for that weekend getaway.
These things essentially turn any vehicle into a camper. Sure, it's not exactly the van life experience that you would get from a self-converted Sprinter, but it's pretty close and at a fraction of the price. Maybe not this one.
The first contraption to resemble anything like a roof tent came as early as 1929 when a Mr. F.B. Lichtenberg submitted a patent for an automobile tent accessory, basically a large canvas sheet which went over the top of a car. By the late 50s, Italian manufacturer Autohome took claim to have designed, painted and mass-produced the first roof tent as we know it today. Advancements in materials and design led to more practical and durable roof tents during the 1960s, including the introduction of hardshell roof tents. It wasn't until much more recently, though, that roof tents really started to take off. Today's offerings range from sleek and aerodynamic designs to spacious, feature-packed models. There's now a vast offering to suit different camping styles and preferences.
As with all things, there are a few go-to brands when it comes to roof tents. Tentbox is one of the more popular in the UK, but Autohome, Fuel, Latitude, Arb and Frontrunner by Dometic are all decent brands to look out for. This one is an Arb Esperance roof tent.
It features quilted insulation, an easy access ladder and even a Skyview window which brings in extra light by day and a view of the stars by night. The tent is mounted to a black aluminium gearmate hardtop canopy with solid gull-wing side and rear access doors.
Roof tent prices vary greatly, and you can expect to pay anywhere from a few £100 up to a few £1,000. You won't get much change from £3,000 for this one. Don't discount the idea of getting a used one though. Many get minimal use, so there are plenty of bargains to be had on the used market.
Before we get too carried away though, there's a few things to keep in mind. If you like to share your adventures with a dog any bigger than a Yorkshire Terrier, you're going to struggle. You'll also be up high, so expect a lot of wind noise and movement, even if it doesn't seem that windy.
One of the most common questions prospective and newbie roof tent owners ask is, do you need to take the tent off for the MOT? And the answer is no, you don't. Realistically, once you've fitted it, you're unlikely going to want to take it off again. It's much more convenient and back-saving to leave it on all the time.
You'll be paying a premium for that extra wind noise though, because your MPG is going to take somewhat of a hit.
They're heavy things, roof tents. You're typically going to be driving around with an extra 45 kilograms on your roof, and that's going to affect the handling and wear and tear of your vehicle. And speaking of weight and handling, putting a heavy roof tent on the roof of your car is going to give you a high centre of gravity, not something you'd typically want on an off-roader. Having said that, this handles it exceptionally well, and that's of no real surprise when you look at the spec sheet.
With its Bilstein performance suspension system and front springs and dampers, rear dampers and additional front and rear body lift, these aren't so much of a concern on the Isuzu D-Max AT35.
For me though, the biggest drawback with a roof tent is that it's not a van. With a camper van, particularly a stealthy camper, you can pull over virtually anywhere to get your head down for the night, be it at the coast, in the middle of nowhere, or even in the city. Now you're going to need some pretty big balls to pull up onto a residential street to sleep on your roof. Good morning. Sticking to the van life code of arrive late and leave early, let's head off to find somewhere scenic for breakfast. Whether you're a solo adventurer or a dynamic duo, the roof tent could be your ticket to a minimalist van life of sorts, particularly one like this. Truth is, you're not going to want to stealth camp in a roof tent. You'll definitely need a camper van for that, but the beauty of the roof tent for me is that you can stick it onto your little Fiesta, onto your school run SUV, or even onto your camper van for some extra sleeping space. They're incredibly versatile. Let me know your take on roof tents. Would you consider getting one? Perhaps you already have one. Share your experiences with us in the comments below. And finally, please do like and subscribe to the Van Life Matters YouTube channel. Your support means a lot to me, and it means we can produce a lot more videos like this one. Who knows, we may even get a van next time. Until then though, thanks so much for your support. We'll see you soon.